Yummy, yummy, yummy. So we really have a theme here building for the second half of April. We've got to balance our great intuitive insights with our practical side. Hi, my name is Tanya Carroll Richardson. I'm a professional intuitive who's done thousands of readings with clients all over the world, and I'm also the author of 9 nonfiction books about spirituality. Today I'm introducing my first ever oracle deck, which I am so excited about. It's called Awakening Intuition, and this deck is designed to help you strengthen, recognize, and understand your own intuitive system and increase your psychic abilities. Really fun stuff. So there are 64 cards in this deck, and there's a guidebook where I give you an expanded meaning of each card and an action step to help you implement this intuitive tool in your life right away. So what I'm starting today are a series of YouTube videos which I hope go on forever, and they will air on the 1st and the 15th of every month. So this one is airing on April 15th, 2023. And what I want to do in these videos is pull a few cards each time and give us all some intuitive tools to really focus and concentrate on for the upcoming 2 weeks. So for the first half and then the second half of each month. And I think you'll find with these cards that not only do they give you some intuitive tools to help you understand, strengthen your psychic system, but they also have a broader appeal or a broader meaning where they can even help you with your self-love practice, your self-care practice, your mindfulness practice. So let's jump in, and here are these beautiful 64 cards. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can read you this card really well, because I do need my glasses at this point in my life. And I'm going to shuffle, and everyone has different shuffling methods. What I like to do is to shuffle until one card pops out, you know, a little bit like a ½ inch above the others. That's that card letting me know I want you to pick me. So I'm going to pick 3 cards. That's the first one. We'll do the second one. And I'm just concentrating when I'm shuffling, and I'm thinking about how we just want some nice messages for the second half of April. Whoop! A couple are trying to fly out there, that we can all really work with. There's another nice one that wants to pop out. And if I get 2, I take the first one, the one that's kind of closest to where I'm facing. And remember, when you're shuffling, you really can't pull a wrong card. And I do find that the card that is really meant for you will find you. There's another one that popped right up nicely. So there we've got 3 cards. So let's see what our intuitive tools and messages are that we're going to be working with for the first half of April. Let's start here where we began. What a sweet one. I'm so glad we pulled. This is actually the first card in the deck. It's card number 1, Believe You're Naturally Intuitive. So this card is about remembering that we all have a natural intuition and sixth sense, and that's just something that we have to trust, and that will help us with our intuitive growth, our psychic ability, just trusting that. So let me read you the message on the card, Believe You're Naturally Intuitive. Value and validate your sixth sense. If you've been doubting your intuition lately, this card is assurance that your sixth sense is an important, innate, sacred part of your internal GPS for navigating life. Practice trusting your intuition regarding minor issues, and it will begin performing better. Own and recognize your power. Believe in yourself. So the intuitive message of this card and invitation is for us to, again, remember we're naturally intuitive and begin playing with trusting that, even in small ways. So a great example is, where should I go to eat for dinner? I have a friend in town. Let my, I've got 5 places I really like to eat. Let my intuition lead me to the best place for us tonight. So play with trusting your intuition in small ways where there's just, you don't have too much skin in the game. So if it doesn't go the way you hope, it's no big deal. And that will help you strengthen and trust your intuition. I always give the example that you have to also expand your capacity for what might be the right answer from your intuition. So if it's like, let me play with my intuition as far as there's several lines here at the grocery store I could get into. Well, my intuition is saying go to line number 3, and then that one starts moving really slowly. And you're thinking, oh, my intuition got this wrong. It told me line number 3, but it's moving so slowly. Remember, that might just be that your intuition wants you to slow down, wants you to start to use this time in the line for your mindfulness and meditation practice. Your day might have been really rushed and you really need to slow down and calm down, and that's why your intuition picked that line. The other part of this card that's more broadly philosophical that we can use in our self-love or our mindfulness practice is own your power, believe in yourself. So remember that you are a sovereign spiritual being here on planet Earth, and even though people have various degrees of when their free will is restricted in certain situations, in certain time periods, in certain places they're living, remember that all humans are supposed to, in a perfect world, have an innate free will. So remember, you are a powerful spiritual being, and use that free will as much as you can, even if you're in a situation where it's quite restricted right now. Make the free will choices and control what you can. Remember that you are a powerful spiritual being. So recognize that and use that power in healthy, compassionate ways when you're able to. That's the other meaning of that card. The other thing to think about in this second half of April. Okay, the second card we pulled is Harmonize Head and Heart. Ooh, this is another good card I like. Your energetic heart contains the soul's memory and wisdom. So your heart should be part of your decision-making process. Your heart knows where your soul is going, yet the rational head maps out your heart's desire. When the pragmatic head and intuitive heart compromise, you lead a more soulful life. So this card, Harmonize Head and Heart, is reminding you that you have a physical heart, thank goodness, that pumps blood through your body. You also have an energetic heart. And I always like to say your energetic heart really contains the soul's memory and wisdom. You know, when we're down here on earth, we have some access to our soul, but maybe there's parts of our journey that our soul really understands more than we do here in the moment, day by day. So this is a reminder that when your heart pulls you to a place, when you feel called to travel somewhere, you feel called to get into a relationship with someone, you feel called to take a stand on an important issue, whatever it is that your heart is really telling you, hey, emotionally, this is important to me. I need to pay attention to this. I need to go after this. I need to set a boundary. Remember that that can be an important part of your soul's path in this lifetime. So when we use our intuition, we are thinking about our energy body, our energetic heart, and some of those kind of nudges and pulls that we get from our emotions and our energy can be a message from our soul saying, hey, this is important. We need to do this. We need to pay attention to this. So for the second half of April in 2023, remember, when you feel pulled to take a stand or feel pulled to go after a goal, that can be your soul talking through your energetic heart. Now, the other part of that card, Harmonize Head and Heart, is reminding you that your analytical, strategic brain, thank God we have that. Thank Source, thank Spirit, thank Goddess, we have that. That is helping you map out your heart's desire. So your soul might say, I want to move to Ireland. You know, that's really important to me, and I want to have a tiny piece of land there, or I want to own a pub, or I want to move to Dublin, or whatever it is that you're thinking about with Ireland. If it really feels like part of your soul's path and part of your calling, maybe you grew up there, you want to move home, or your ancestry's there, or it's just a place you love. Remember, your strategic mind, your brain, is going to help you map out the practical action steps of how to do that. So I do think sometimes in spirituality, we don't honor the analytical, strategic brain enough. We need it, thank goodness for it. So remember, when you feel like you get a soul pull or a soul tug to go do something, engage that brain and don't minimize how important that is for helping you strategically, logically, analytically map out the best way for your soul's desire. Okay, so harmonize those two. And then the last card is Balance, Intuition, and Practicality. This is really interesting because this card, Harmonize Head and Heart, is reminding us that we do need that logical strategic brain. And this card has a somewhat similar message where, I'll just read you the card and you'll see. Balance, intuition, and practicality. Intuition and practicality are partners. Your practical side as well as your past experiences deserve your attention and respect. By balancing your sixth sense guidance with practicality now, you create a grounded and ideal path forward. How can your intuitive insights be implemented in practical ways? Yummy, yummy, yummy. So we really have a theme here building for the second half of April. We've got to balance our great intuitive insights, all those downloads that you already know how they come to you, and if you don't, you'll find out so much in this deck about how they come to you. Those great intuitive insights, the heart pulls, the heart nudges that you get from your soul, we've got to balance that with our practical side. How can I implement this in practical ways? How can I land the wheels of that plane on the ground? Because we can't just be up in the air all the time in our fantasies and visions, which are great, and it's part of our GPS system of where we're going, but we've got to get the wheels on the ground and land the plane at times. So I think for the second half of April, we're trying to remember that we are naturally intuitive. We've got that gift inside of us, all of us do, so we've got to trust that. We've got to trust that our soul talks to us through our energetic heart, that the things that it says are important to us, that our emotions and our energy pulls us towards or we feel compelled to do are important, even on a soul level, which is really important. And then the other thing to remember is we've got to implement this stuff in practical ways. Don't be afraid to be practical. Look at your past experiences, your lived wisdom. Engage that logical, analytical mind. So great. This was so fun to do this for the second half of April. I hope these messages really resonated with you. And as you're watching the video, I might say something and you get kind of an intuitive hit about what this could mean in your life. Oh, I think that's about that relationship. Oh, I think that's about that issue I'm having at work. Oh, that's that issue I'm having with my child. Or that's that personal development thing I'm working on within myself. I think that's how this is what Tanya's saying is resonating in my life right now. So as you watch the video, your intuitive system will start to give you hits and guidance about what I'm saying. And thank you for helping me celebrate this new Oracle deck, Awakening Intuition. I am so excited about it. And it is out officially June 20th. You can get it from Barnes & Noble, Amazon, wherever you like to get your books and your decks. And I will see you here in 2 weeks on the 1st of May for our next intuitive reading. This is so fun. Thank you for being here with me.